Hi, welcome to the premiere of Rick's Semi-Healthy Cooking Kitchen. It's my outdoor gazebo, and I apologize for the lack of quality, but this is what we got. This is our first maiden voyage. Today, we are gonna make Tomatillo Salsa. First of all, what is a tomatillo? Well, it's kind of like a tomato, but it's wrapped in this weird green skin. Now, this is what you need to do first. I've got a whole bunch of them back here I'm getting ready to do, but you gotta peel off this husk. In fact, let me come over here and show you. See, it's that. It's got a little weird green husk. It's a little sticky. So you pull the husk off, and then you got this. And you gotta clean it and cut it up and quarter it. Doesn't have to be neat because we're gonna do some weird things with this. Okay, the ingredient list is down below, but there's a few things you're gonna need. You're gonna need a pot of boiling water. You're gonna need a grill or something to roast some peppers on, and in fact, I'm gonna get going on that one. Now, I know the recipe called for serranos. I didn't have any. I got jalapeños. What you wanna do is stick them on your grill, and you're gonna get them blistered. Just blacken, just kind of let them go. Later on, I'll show you how to take the skins off. The water is boiling for the tomatillos, but you are gonna need a red one as well. Now, that was fun. The way you cut a tomato, you do not want the insides of this, the seeds and all the nasty stuff in the middle. On the tomatillos, you do. Take everything. But on a tomato, it's really easy. Cut off the flat end, throw that part away. You want to just cut, I don't know if you guys can see this. Like I say, it's the maiden voyage. I don't even know where the camera's pointing right now. Take off all the good stuff, all the yummy stuff, and just kind of leave that nastiness behind. Birds are gonna love it. Now again, all of this is going into the blender. It doesn't really need to be chopped up super neatly. So let's just cut it up. What do I do with the tomatoes? Ha! I already had some done for you. The magic of television. And by the way, you're gonna hear a lot of stuff right now. I apologize. I live in Miami. This is the world's noisiest frickin' neighborhood, between the airplanes, the neighbors, the dogs, and power tools galore. So anyway, let's get to the next step. Okay, because this is my life, we're supposed to be boiling the tomatillos till they are soft, but despite the Super Burner 5000 here, it's taking a little while for the water to boil, so I'll show you this part. You need cilantro. Couple of hints. Do not stick this in the refrigerator like I did. It turns out loose and floppy. I kind of rejuvenated it. The other part about cilantro is the leaves are good, but so are the stems. You do not have to cut and peel the stems out. All you got to do is just cut the living snot out of the cilantro. And since we're all going to stick it in the blender eventually anyway, just go ahead. You'll probably notice I don't measure much. I will also tell you that Miami is hot. It is what, May, early May. It's already close to 90. I'm in an enclosed kitchen with, here, let me show you what I'm doing down here. I'm in an enclosed kitchen with a whole bunch of heat. It's what we got. So by the end of this, I'm gonna be sweating not just from the salsa, well, just because it's frickin' Miami. All right, the water, she is boiling. So, ooh, this could be dangerous. Just, this is gonna hurt. Add in the tomatillos. Just let them go. Now, you just want them soft. How soft is soft? Well, soft is soft. You're gonna put it all in the blender in a little bit. So just let them juice up some. What else we got? While we're waiting, let me show you how to cut up a lime. Now, you're gonna put salt and lime in this to taste. Now, the easiest way is to cut off the ends and then cut it once lengthwise. And if you want to be really gracious to your guest, do it again in quarters. Now, why did I cut the ends off? You got a handle now. See where I can put, I'll walk over here. See, you can put your fingers on this and just, it gives you something to squeeze. Anyway, next time you're making drinks, oh, we forgot about that. What in the world would salsa or cooking be without a beverage? And since we are doing vaguely Mexican food, we should have vaguely Mexican beer. Now here's the fun part. Always have a bottle opener on your wallet. Really, and always know how to use your bottle opener. Comes in very, very handy. So, I still got to clean up this yard later. We've got our limes. We've got our tomatillos boiling. What else we got? We got our cilantro. We got, we got these things still kind of burning. Now, you do not have to, but later on, I'm gonna stick one of these in there. This is a California avocado. I like them so much better than the Florida ones. This salsa is normally loose, a little liquidy, a little watery, but if you stick the avocado in, it turns super creamy. Now, what else we got? We got some tomatoes, we got some rough cut onions. I use Vidalia. They just seem to taste a little better. We've got garlic. I could have chopped up a big piece of garlic, but I'm lazy, and honestly, this stuff is just as good for what we're doing. Now, we need to wait for the tomatillos, and we need to wait for these things to blister. And I'm gonna show you a little trick on how to, peel those things. Oh, and you know what? Since this is the maiden voyage of Rick's Semi-Healthy Kitchen, let me show you what I've done. We have I'll back way the hell up because you're gonna laugh at some of this. We've got a big gazebo out in the backyard. See? It's a big gazebo. What I've done is I've taken half of it and I've turned it into a kitchen area. The other half is the sitting area, which you can see here, all kind of messed up. We have a huge bee problem, which we gotta have somebody remove the hive for us. That's why the kitchen's on this side. We've got a super burner grill, 2 of them. We've got this, well, it's the bottom end Home Depot grill. You're gonna laugh at this part. We've got lights sitting on top of an ironing board. We've got a camera sitting back near a ladder, and well, I hope any of that came out. It's pretty damn basic, but you know, you don't need good stuff to cook. I mean, you can. This knife actually cost me $4 from the grocery store, but is not what you've got. It's kind of how much fun you have in using it. Anyway, let's get back to the cooking. Okay, I'm going to show you a trick. These peppers are pretty damn blistered. What you need is one of these, a plastic bag. Just throw them in. Dun, 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 dun. Seal up the bag, and this is always a hard part. Let it sit. What's going to happen is the steam is going to take all that blistered skin and rise it up, and literally you take the back of your knife and it scrapes right off. So we'll set those aside for now. Oh, one other ingredient you're going to need that I haven't talked about. These are dried red peppers, japonese, which is funny because that's Spanish for Japanese. Now, why they would call these Japanese, I don't know. You can get these pretty much anywhere. You don't have to be the Hispanic. A lot of the Asian cooking uses this as well. These are pretty hot. And here's the thing I need to talk to you about. Heat. I am a fire eater. To me, this is not going to be hot enough. To mere mortals, it probably will be. If you don't want it as hot, don't use the jalapenos or take the seeds out. Don't use as many of the red things. If you want it hotter, throw a ghost pepper in. But this is going to be somewhere between medium hot the way I'm cooking it now. Sorry, it is Miami. I'm sweating my ass off here. It is going to be hot. Dial it back, add it up to your pleasure. Oh, I think these are both done. I'm going to take these over to the sink where the camera is not pointing, so give me a second and we'll drain them. Ow, by the way, you see this mess? That's what happens when you pick up one of these pots with your bare hands. Be happy the other camera wasn't rolling. There was some serious, not pleasant words being spoken for that. All right, I have to avoid the big mess I made over here. I think the peppers, while they're not perfectly steamed, they're steamed enough because I want to show you what I've done. Yeah, God, right on the blistered finger. Anyway, you see how they are sort of steamed? You can just take your knife and scrape along the edges. Oops, how about if you scrape in the right direction? You scrape along the edges and the skin comes pretty much right. You're gonna have to take my word for it. I literally burned the crap out of my finger and I can't touch this now. But through the magic of camera action, in a second this is gonna be cut up. Despite my horrific injury, we are ready. Let's get this out of the way. Basically, this is simple. All you need left is this. We already got our cilantro in there. Again, a bunch of garlic. You don't need to measure. All those peppers that I just cut up go in as well. What else we got? Oh, we got the tomatoes. We don't necessarily need all of them. Got a bunch of onion. I'm gonna need a bigger blender, and I'm definitely gonna need another beer. The japones, these will give you a lot of heartburn, but hey, you're fine. And of course, the tomatillos. Now you might, depending on how well drained you are, you might need a little water for this. We're gonna find out. Comes the noise. Yeah, this is working really great. Hang on. My kingdom for a real frickin' blender. Apparently we're gonna need a little more water. This is the problem because I don't want it to be super runny. Oh, there we go. There's no real easy way. You probably can't hear me. Oh, actually. La 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 la. Oh, it's not too bad. Now, there's a couple things we forgot already, besides the sweat that's getting ready to pour in there. We need the limes that we squeezed. I like a fair amount. This is so gonna go in my face. I like a fair amount of juice. So I'm gonna stick a whole lime in this batch. And I am also, God, despite the sweat that's going in my eyes, I am a saltaholic. Oh my God, I didn't bring the salt. That's pepper. Sal. I like a lot of salt. Now this is to taste. You're gonna do this over and over and over and over again until you get it just right. I love Florida. God, I hate sweating. Anyway, what are you gonna eat this with? Well, you could do your potato chips, you could do your tortilla chips, but a true professional, let me walk this over to you, uses plantain chips. These things are great. I like to choose to believe they're a little healthier because they're made from a banana rather than a potato. Oh, I got the wrong ones. I thought I was getting the ones with the big strips. I got the little baby ones. Anyway, let's see what this tastes like. Oh, it's too thin. Oh man, wow. That's got some good heat to it. All right, well anyway, let me show you something. Do I have a bowl? I have a bowl. This is about the right thickness. So it's basically liquid. So you don't want the liquid. By the way, let me show you what this looks like. You probably can't see it. I'm gonna make a big mess. We'll show you later. But let's say you wanted that to be thicker. I'm gonna set you aside for now, big boy. Avocados. Anybody ever cut an avocado? It's really, really simple. You just make a big circle around it with a knife. Give it a twist. The world's smallest little avocado seed in there. Take your knife and just whack it and give it a twist. The maiden voyage is not working as well as I hoped. Oh, screw it. We have a second one. Try it again. Find the seed and cut around that portion. Get ripe avocados. Normally you would just stab and twist and the seed would come out, but of course this is my life. So hang on a second. I'm going to dig one of these out and then show you. Voila, it came out. Anyway, take a spoon and just, oh man, these things are so not ripe. In a perfect world, you would take very ripe avocado, dig it out, stick it in here and eat it. But for now, I have got what I got. Thank you for coming to the maiden voyage of Rick's My Healthy Kitchen. They'll get better. If not, it was still a lot of fun to do. This salsa is going to get fixed up a little bit. It is a little too runny. I'm going to find some avocados that aren't quite so bad. By the way, this salsa, it's good now. Put it somewhere. Let it sit for at least a day, maybe two. So all of that goodness just sort of blends together and it's yummy. It has got a lot of little seeds in it. Don't worry about it. They're completely edible. It is spicy. I only put 3 jalapenos in there along with that handful of red peppers, and it's just right for me, which means most people are going to go, oh, this is poison. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. We're going to come up with a whole lot more stuff. Sorry, I'm just sweating and itching like crazy. I'm gonna finish my beer at 11 o'clock in the morning, which is when this was filmed, but hey, it's a Saturday, so who cares? And we'll talk to you soon. Be a pirate, go wander, and be safe.